Today, we are diving into a story that's been 70 years in the making. We're talking about a machine, a reactor that could totally rewrite the future of energy, and not just for one country, but maybe for the whole world. So let's get right into it.
I know, it sounds like something straight out of science fiction, right? But on April 6th, 2026, it actually happened. India fired up a nuclear reactor that does something amazing. It literally breathes its own fuel, making more than it burns. You know, this one thing completely flips the script on the economics of nuclear power.
And that, of course, leads us to the billion-dollar question. I mean, with this tech finally online, has India just found the key to centuries of clean, carbon-free energy? Well, let's break down exactly how this thing works.
Okay, so we're kicking things off with what went down at the Kalpakkam facility in southern India. And more importantly, why this one event is making waves in energy circles all around the globe. So here's the bottom line. India's Prototype Fast Breeder Reactor, they call it the PFBR, is officially up and running. Now, this isn't just another power plant. This is the payoff for a national strategy that was dreamed up way back in the 1950s. It puts India in a very elite club, really just alongside Russia with this kind of operational tech. And it's an absolutely massive piece of the puzzle for hitting their big 2070 net zero climate goal.
So how in the world does a reactor make more fuel than it uses? I mean, it sounds impossible. To get it, we've got to look at the unique physics going on inside this machine, because it's what separates it from every other reactor that's come before. Okay, so check this out. Your standard conventional reactors, they use slow neutrons and can only burn a really rare type of uranium, uranium-235. So they basically waste over 99% of the potential energy in the fuel. But these new fast breeder reactors, they use fast, high-energy neutrons to turn the super abundant and otherwise useless uranium-238 into brand new fuel. The result? A mind-blowing 60 to 70 times more efficiency. It is a total game changer. And all that magic really comes down to one simple number: the breeding ratio. It's just a comparison. How much new fuel did you make versus how much old fuel did you burn? If that number is bigger than 1, well, congratulations, you've officially got a breeder. And boom, here it is. The Kalpakkam reactor has a breeding ratio of 1.05. Think about that. For every 100 atoms it burns, it creates 105 new ones. It's not just sustaining itself, it's actively growing the stockpile of nuclear fuel. It's pretty much the ultimate form of energy recycling. This table really puts it all side by side. You can see the key differences, right? You don't need a moderator to slow down the neutrons, and you use liquid sodium for cooling instead of water, because it's way better at handling the heat. But look at that last row. That's the real headline. We're talking about a jump from about 1% fuel use to nearly 70%. That is incredible. But here's the thing. This incredible leap in technology didn't just happen by chance. Nope. It's actually the key piece of a giant puzzle that was designed over 70 years ago by the man who built India's entire nuclear program.
This is Dr. Homi J. Bhabha. He knew that for a country like India to grow, energy independence was absolutely everything. He also knew that India didn't have much uranium, but it had tons of something else. So he drew up this brilliant, multi-generational plan to use it. And this is it, the Grand Master Plan. Stage 1, which they've been doing for years, was all about using regular reactors to make power and, crucially, create a starter batch of plutonium. Stage 2, which just went live with this new reactor, uses that plutonium to breed a much, much bigger stockpile of fuel. And it's all building to the ultimate goal, Stage 3, using all that new fuel to run a future fleet of advanced reactors on thorium, locking in the country's energy security for centuries. So you see, the Kalpakkam reactor isn't really the finish line. It's the essential bridge that connects the past to the future. It's the engine that was purpose-built to unlock the final and most important stage of this incredible vision. And that brings us to the end game, the whole point of this 70-year-long strategy: thorium. This one simple chart explains everything. India is sitting on about a quarter of the entire planet's known thorium reserves. So while it's short on uranium, it is incredibly wealthy in this next-generation nuclear fuel. And that breeder reactor, that's the key that finally unlocks this massive national treasure. And we're talking about real, tangible resources here. Most of it is found in a mineral called monazite, right in the beach sands along India's southern and eastern coasts. The sheer amount of this stuff is what the country is banking on for its long-term energy security. Yeah,
Just let that sink in for a second. We're not talking about decades of power. We're talking about centuries. If they can pull off this 3-stage plan, it means switching to a domestic fuel source that completely redefines energy independence for generations. Okay, so the prototype works. The science is proven. The next big question is, can they scale it? How does India get from this one proof-of-concept reactor to a whole new national energy grid? Well, the ambition here is, wow, it's just breathtaking. The plan is to go from just under 9 gigawatts of nuclear power today to 100 gigawatts by 2047. That is more than a 10-fold increase. It's a massive national project to power the country's growth and smash its climate goals.
And this isn't just a number on a page. There's a real plan here. It involves building a whole new fleet of commercial-scale breeders, developing smaller, more flexible modular reactors for industry, building a huge new fuel recycling facility, and maybe even opening up the sector to private companies to speed things up.
Of course, getting here was not easy, not at all. Construction on this thing started all the way back in 2004. The project hit a lot of delays, mostly because it was just so incredibly complex, and because they were determined to design and build every single part of it inside India. But you know what? That's what makes this such a huge deal. The fact that they finished it despite all the setbacks is a powerful testament to India's engineering skill and its unwavering commitment to technological self-reliance and a long-term vision. And so we end right back where we started. A 70-year-old dream is now a real working machine. By unlocking its massive reserves of thorium, India isn't just paving a path for its own energy independence. It's putting a powerful new option on the table for a carbon-free global future. The atomic dawn, it seems, has truly arrived.